Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Breath of Death, and turning on faster movement speed would be a plus. Now, this way does not lead to where we're supposed to go, but it does lead to some tombstones to check out, as well as a treasure chest. Turn my volume down there, it's a little too loud. Let's see. Tombs Plus, huh? Apparently there's Tombstone Superstore. Go figure. Now up here, we have a blocked off path. Can't go up there. In order to get to that path, we need to continue through the dungeon. And we got a new enemy here. I'm not going to really talk about the new enemies, just basically, you know, how much HP they have and how I've usually dealt with them in the past. Basically, you can look at your own stats and find out how close you are to being able to kill them. Now, I could probably go like this and take down all of them in one shot, just like so. And I get a full 7 MP for that. And it only costs 15 for each of them, so only an 8 MP cost. It's not too bad. So it's up to you whether you want to do that or not. I won't always do it, I just want to do it at that particular time. Here we get 180 gold. I know I said I wasn't going to cut out battles, but people bursting into my room, so I didn't really have much of a choice. Anyway, let's move on. I do have maps of this area, and like I think I mentioned them before, I drew up some maps myself. Now, I'm going to leave this guys up to you guys. If you're interested in playing this game, I will find a way of posting these for you. Just, you know, they are rather crude. I am not an artist by any stretch of the imagination. And I was kind of wondering if you guys would be interested in that. I don't really know that there are any out there. I did check a couple places when I was first playing the game, because some of the dungeons, especially the late ones, can get really confusing. And apparently the graves are like, you know, homes or something, because this one has junk mail. Joy. I do like the comedy in this game. It works out quite well. And the dungeon design, well, not, you know, perfect by any stretch, is at least interesting. Flip to the next page there. Okay, so over here we have some gravestones. Oh, well, the gravestones seem to be all over the place in this area. Some of them are selling you something, some of them are actual gravestones for people who have passed, or maybe not, and some of them are people's homes. It's just all over the place, kind of weird. But I do like, you know, the music for this area is pretty cool, and the battles aren't too common, and the enemies aren't particularly challenging at this stage. I am going to go like that, leave both of them alive, and do I have something that multi-targets yet? No, I don't. Okay, probably should have just taken them both down. Oh well. And yeah, so there's a status effect for you. They have poison. Not that you really need to worry about it too much. I found that I almost never had to bother removing or, you know, curing statuses. Now here, yes, the choice that really doesn't matter all that much. In some senses. So here, if you look here, we have 50 damage times 3 hits. We're leveling up our multi-strike ability. That leads to 150 damage, or we can have 2 hits for 75 damage each. So it's the same amount of damage, the only difference is the amount of hits and the MP cost, as you see 5 versus 8. Personally, I like to go with more hits because that allows you to build up your combo faster, which is better for boosting Death Blow in boss fights. This is better, obviously, in normal encounters, but I actually don't think I've ever gotten this one. I've always decided to go the combo route. Actually, maybe I did it once. Anyway, I prefer this one, so I'm going to go with that one. Now, let's find my spot on my map here. Just kind of wandering around in circles right now. For a fun time. I don't want to know if that actually leads anywhere. Don't try it, please. That sounds like it could be something kind of creepy. Let's see here. Well, we could use this to one-shot that guy, and I can use this to stun another one. So I stunned that one, I killed that one, only one's gonna hit me. So that's one way you can do it. I don't think stun lasts longer than one turn. I think it's just a guaranteed use for one turn, but you can kind of use that as you know, however works best for you. If you like doing a lot of crowd control, then of course, you know, make use of it. Oh boy, the puns. Oh boy, the puns. Alright, where am I here on the map? Okay, so that leads over that direction. Going down here leads us to a chest. And pretty much the same battle all over again. I do more damage. I might be able to one-shot that guy now. Yes, I can! And of course I can get poison too. Let's use multi-strike on that one. Finish that guy off. There we go. Sometimes it's not even worthwhile wasting your MP on enemies. Sometimes it is, but it just depends on how much damage you're taking and how fast you really want to get through the fights. Later on, we'll get access to more different spells, multi-targeting spells, other buffs and debuffs, which will make the battle system a little more interesting. At the start of the game, as with most RPGs, there really isn't a whole lot to it. There's just, you know, attack and, you know, attack enemy till dead kind of thing, so. And Sarah's level 9, and she has two options. Now, I've always gone with Blessing. You could give her a base up of 50 agility, which is huge, but I prefer using this because I find it very useful for boss fights, and that will increase everybody's agility, especially later in the game when everyone, or not everyone, but a lot of characters will have upwards of 200 agility. 25% of that is 50 anyway, so it will be 50 agility for everyone by the end of the game. Early on, it's more like 25 points, but still, 25 points for everyone, pretty damn good. I like to use it, and I probably won't use it in a lot of normal encounters, but a lot of boss fights will see me use that because it's quite useful. And we got some skeletons. Apparently, Dem's going to be, what's the term? Not a cannibal. I don't know. I have no idea what I was trying to say there. Oh well. I kind of like the way the dungeons are designed in this game. It's very much a throwback to the early dungeons of the early Final Fantasies, Dragon Warrior games. Just kind of very plain, very kind of just, you're in a dungeon and that's it. No special puzzles or anything like that. Just very straightforward. It's, you know, and as time goes by, they get more and more confusing. So if you get confused or lost in mazes very easily, later dungeons are going to annoy you. Can't make out the words on that tombstone. And here's another dead skeleton. I think the joke I was trying to go for earlier was something about a cannibal, but I guess he's not really eating them. It's kind of weird. The world is inhabited by the undead, yet the enemies are pretty much all undead, or at least right now anyway. They're undead, or they're, you know, dogs, zombies, animals, plants, pretty much the standard stuff you get in every other RPG. It's kind of weird that the enemies are the same even when the, you know, supposedly the good people of the world are now undead. I didn't really talk about that during the opening. Aw, I guess that's romantic. Necrophilia. Ew. Anyway, if you notice here, we're in the same spot we were earlier. This area connects. And if we head this direction... Oh, where am I on my map? I gotta go back a page. And I want to go up first. And here... Okay. Sure, why not? Yeah, that's, actually, I might as well tell you now. I keep forgetting to do so. I lowered the volume from my initial video when I was setting up everything. Both the music and the sound effects are on quiet. Made it much easier to record. And it just balances out the sound effects versus the volume quite a bit better. What else was I going to mention? Yeah, same thing here. We've already seen that. Here, I gotta flip pages again. Go back to my other one. Oh, and the hockey game's over. Okay, never mind. I was gonna watch it, but again, very much a distraction with me at all times. Where am I? Oh, there we go. Down here is just some graves. Everybody dies sometime. Everybody's gotta die sometime. And up here, if I recall correctly, where's my map again? Yes, we have a treasure chest. Having a hard time finding out which map I'm supposed to be looking at. I have multiple maps on the same page. This time I want to go with Unite and lower everyone's HP all at once so that I can kind of one-shot the rest of them. There we go. 4 MP back, not as much as if you're one-shotting them all at once, but it's not too bad. Here we get 100 gold. That's one of the unique things about this game, is if you have a piece of equipment and you go to a chest that was supposed to have that equipment, say you bought it ahead of time and you go to a dungeon and you would have found it, it will actually give you gold in place of that. And it, from what I understand, it gives you as much gold as you would have spent on the item to begin with, so you can never waste your money on buying something ahead of time. So that's good to know. You don't find every piece of equipment. Yeah, let's just use that again, whatever. You don't always get the items that you can buy in chests, but a lot of them you can. I believe there's a weapon or an armor, something that we bought at the last town that's available in this area. No one answers. Again, nobody's home. And let's go over here first. And, okay, another battle, that works. Does that do enough damage yet? No. Alright, normal attacks. I'll just get him through the battle quickly. You can kind of see the amount of damage I'm taking. Anyway, level up time. Now here we can either go, and this is an option we'll get a lot for different characters, all characters in this game. You get the option of $10 stats, or some random, well it's not random, it's specific for each level up, for each character, but a determined amount of MP and HP. Now, at this stage in the game, with 20 MP, I think I'm going to take the MP. This is something I get wishy-washy over, and just basically it's how I'm feeling at the time. You know, do I need more HP or MP, or do I need more stats? I was thinking I was going to go for MP, but no, I think I'm going to go for stats. Having more agility, especially on Dem, who doesn't get enough, is definitely helpful. We wish you weren't dead. Okay. Thought everyone was dead. Here we get an iron shield. Yeah, this would have been 90 gold, I think, is how much it would have cost. Yeah, I still prefer the mirror shield to the iron shield, but it's there if you want to use it. You can also buy it, and like I said, you'll get the same amount of gold. At least I think you do. Where did I write it down? Somewhere. I wrote it down. I know I wrote it down. No, I didn't. Oh well. Alright, let's use the Unite tech here. Bring them down. And then just take on the remaining enemies. Not too much to worry about. Battles are relatively simple right now. Let's go use that save point and recover some MP there. And head down here. And run into more battles, of course. This time, because I've already healed up, I'm going to try and take the enemies out without using my MP. Normally when you find a save point, you're likely to find a boss shortly afterward. Ooh, we're running low on HP. Let's see if we can take him down. There we go. Ah, level 10. Good timing. Now, she gets 20 HP and 20 MP. Again, I think she can benefit more from the agility and the magic stat right now, and even the strength stat, considering how I have her built, but yeah. So let's go with that for now. Later in the game, we'll get options between the same amount of stat bonuses and a higher amount of MP and HP, and I will probably end up going for those. And these guys, oh yeah, we also have these bottom, whatever they are, augmenting abilities that I didn't really go over before because they're never on the main part of the screen. Dem himself has Protect. It taunts enemies to attack him and increases his defense. And Sarah has Dodge, hides from enemies and defenses are temporarily up. So I don't think there's a miss feature, an accuracy feature in this game, but anyway, I'm just going to use Unite and one-shot all of these guys, get them done with quickly, because I can do it on the first round, and get most of my MP back. Just give me 1 sec here. Okay, we're back. And let's just fear the Reaper. Why would I fear the Reaper? I'm already dead. Terrifying demon. Oh, the Reaper. The Black Wind howls. There's a nice reference for you. Take you to your final resting place. A Grim Reaper approaches, like there's more than one. Now, at the start of the fight, I want to use Sandstorm to reduce his agility, and then I want to use Research to boost her magic stat. That will be helpful. And once I get there... Now, I think I want to use Multi-Strike on him. Does she have anything that she can use to damage this guy? No, she does not. I haven't even gone over her heal spell. It breaks your combo meter, so you don't really want to use it unless you have to. She has more speed, so if I use this on him now to heal him, it'll heal him first because she has a higher agility stat, then he'll get to hit. Everyone loses MP. I'm not particularly worried. I'm going to use Multi-Strike, and I'm going to use her normal attack. I just basically want her to have as much healing potential as possible. I don't know if this guy is susceptible to stun or not, but that's not anything I'm worried about because after a couple of attacks, I can bring him down to 0 HP, and he's gone. And yeah, not much of a boss fight, but we do get some pretty good gold and experience out of it, and we get a level up. Again, anytime you can get agility, you have to look at something has to be really interesting on the other side to avoid it, because agility is just so useful later in the game. Sarah levels up, and now she gets her option here. Now, here's the big choice with Sarah's character, her development. You can either choose Snowstorm, which targets all enemies, does 99 to all enemies at this point, which is quite nice, and you know, this will be great because you'll be able to upgrade this later in the game, and long term, it's better for taking out a lot of enemies at once. However, here is Hailstorm, which targets 3 random enemies and does way more damage. As you can see, even if it just hits, say, there's 3 enemies on the screen, it hits one of them, each of them one time, it does more damage. However, sometimes it'll stack up on 1, and most importantly, if there's only 1 enemy left on the screen, then it's going to randomly target the only enemy left anyway, and do a crap ton of damage. This is the big damage dealer you're going to get for boss fights for her for quite some time. And so, like I said, you can upgrade both of these later. It depends on what you want to do. Do you want to be able to take out normal enemies easier? Pick Snowstorm. You want to take out bosses easier? Choose Hailstorm. Specifically, if you want to build up your combo gauge, you're definitely going to want to build up Hailstorm. Hailstorm, late in the game, will be one of, if not her best attack, even end game. That's the one good thing about this game. Your abilities scale with your stats and with your levels, and so the stuff you get at the beginning of the game will be useful toward the end. Sometimes you'll get things that are going to be just that much better and makes others obsolete, but personally, I've chosen both at different times during different playthroughs. I like Hailstorm the most, but the choice, again, is always up to you. Okay. Perfect traveling companion. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of Let's Play Breath of Death. Next time, we'll continue on to the next town, rest up, and then go and explore into some new dungeons. Hopefully we'll find something that Sarah's looking for in these dungeons sooner or later. Anyway, that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.